Whoever in our condominium complex uses 13-gallon white trash bags with blue handles, stop throwing them into our garbage cans. A few moments later, even when I use the cordless vacuum, or as Grandma Tien pronounces it, vacuum, even when I use the cordless vacuum for 30 seconds, I have to recharge it till the battery is completely full. Anyone else? Or are you normal? A few moments later. Hey chat, so how's your day? A week ago, I did a factory reset of my smart mobile cellular telephone. Wiped everything. Started over, like Jerry Maguire said, break down, break through. I decided I'm only going to install apps as I need them on a need-to-know basis, such as Chase Bank, Amazon, Walmart. More importantly, no socials, no Facebook, no Instagram, no Twitter, no TikTok, no Snapchat, no Threads. So I've been off the grid. It's been an entire week, and it's been liberating, dare I say, freeing. So the feeds were not feeding me. They were not feeding my soul. They were not nourishing me. Why am I doing any of this? Why not? So my algorithmic feed had become a bunch of losers getting into fistfights in gas station parking lots, or young attractive people eating fast food while sitting in their cars, or people trying to be funny with the joke I've seen a billion times. Saturday Night Live is terrible, but it's all the comedic sketch humor we really need in our life. Now you see a clever gag on a video and you're like, oh, okay, that's an astute observation. But then you realize 8,000 Instagrams or TikToks have also done this joke. So you're just like, Lolo, boy, where's the creativity? A big reason is Instagram. They jacked up the feed. Too many people I don't follow. Too many celebrities, too many influencers. I went on the gram this morning on my laptop. Fifth thing to come up were pictures from Hailey Bieber. Why? And she was doing the thing where her son is in a bunch of pics, but she never actually shows his face. Hailey, your son is 2 years old. Are you still waiting for People magazine to shell out 20 mil for them photographs? When it was solely people I followed, it was people from high school and college who I never talked to or see anymore. Also, people from old jobs who I never talk to or see anymore. So I've had a hankering for a while to just unfollow all of them. Everyone. Every last bit. Also, I follow a bunch of local Sacramento TV news reporters. Because of my former place of employment, it was helpful to be in the know about the goings-ons, but thanks to iHeartRadio Sacramento laying me off and Jack Armstrong and Joe Getty being too cowardly to stand up for me, I no longer care about the news because it's all a bunch of melodramatic, sensationalized nonsense that doesn't affect me or you, but they're paid to make you feel like your way of life is being threatened. They want you to feel at risk. They want you to be scared. And in the meantime, while you're scared, stay tuned to this advertisement. Please use Bell Brothers. I know it makes you feel important and in the know and a part of something to think the other side is going to affect you. But the truth is, you're not important. And neither am I. And people in the news media business know this. They know it's all a joke. They know none of this shit matters. But they continue on because they're making paper. And being famous is a nice perk. Hey, friend, you're fine. Your life is fine. I'm fine too. To quote Jerry Seinfeld, actually, I'm quite comfortable. Another thing is I follow a bunch of Sacramento stuff. So Sacramento, new restaurants, new bars, new escape rooms, consume, spend, buy. I'm just fucking over it. Notifications. For the few apps I do have, I allowed 0 notifications. So when I swipe down from the top of my screen, it literally says no notifications. In actuality, I read, go on about your day. But every app continues to prompt me to allow notifications. Yeah, that's right. There's in-app notifications to turn on telephone-wide notifications. They're all alarming, and you're in great danger. Like you're not getting the full features of this app without notifications. Here's a notification. The sun is shining. Here's another one. Look up to the blue sky. Ding. Bzz bzz. Go touch grass. But technically, I'm still on the book and the gram. But on my laptop, desktop, or as I like to pronounce it, desktop, I still check in on the Insta and the FB. God damn, it's boring in here. Walks in, looks around, walks out. Who cares about any of this shit? All this is so dumb. And I get it. It's cold out here, all alone in Hermitville. Now I know what Obi-Wan felt like. Back in the day, I used Insta as I would see, oh, James Rojas went to the movies on Saturday. Monday morning comes around. Hey, James, how was that movie? Now I have 0 coworkers on Insta. So what's the frickin' use of it? Spoiler alert, there is no use for it. Facebook is only useful because of West Sacramento Facebook group. It keeps me apprised of things going on in the West Sac parallelogram. But even then, they're going to raise our trash bill. They're going to raise our utility bill. So you need to go down to the city council meeting Tuesday night at 7 p.m. I ain't doing all that. But I'm still bedrotting, which Carolyn affectionately calls the end of the day. Post-shower, when we turn in and lay in bed staring at our telephones. I got YouTube revanced and Spotify for podcasts. YouTube videos have a beginning and an end. It's not the endless scroll. It's not the endless feed. And yes, they want you to stare at their website until you're deceased. But I throw on an episode of Hot Ones, I'm good for 25 minutes. Whereas Reels and TikTok swipe, swipe, swipe into infinity and beyond. I do have the Reddit app, which I would deem a low-impact socials. It's the only website which has an algorithm that truly resonates with me, which is mind-blowing considering all the money going to all these websites and all the harem-scarum. Oh, they're stealing your data. They're going to advertise to you. Well, they don't know me. But Reddit, it's a lot of text, some pictures, a little video. I can roll with that. It's a chillaxed vibe, man. So I'm still in bed, rotting with Carolyn. But during the day, the checking in, the catching up with Insta and the book and Twitter, formerly known as X, is gone. Check in, more like check out. Am I right? Microsoft Copilot says the average person stares at their telephones 5 to 6 hours a day. I'm not that high. I'd say for me it's 2 to 3 hours. But the half hour or so during the day on the socials, I've clawed back into my life. But yeah, I'm still bedrotting 2 hours or so staring at YouTube and Reddit. I use the phone browser. If I want to access Facebook or Insta on my telephone, I use my favorite web browser, Opera, and I type in the website address www.lemonparty.org. Press enter. There's my dashboard. Also, go to facebook.com. Like in the good old days. Where did Farmville go? In conclusion, I'm going back to newspapers, antenna television, and Morse code. If you're afraid to uninstall the socials, as Cosmo Kramer asked, do you think that the socials will make you happy? 'Cause they won't. There's more to life than staring at your telephone in the never-ending, empty, and ultimately unfulfilling pursuit of entertainment and pleasure. During my breaks at work, I can now go for walks. And I will when it's not so freaking hot. Although my breaks at work are also when I update the wifey on all the tea at my jobby job. If you want to join in, people, climb on board. I rebuke the algorithm. I am no longer hypnotized under the spell of the endless feed. I am no longer Mark Zuckerberg's slave. It's just a habit. Okay, it's all habit. This is what I do. This is how I pass time. I just mindlessly do this. So just end the habit. The doom scrolling stopped for me a week ago. And yes, because of all this, I'm better than you. Although now that I'm no longer uploading content to my Gram and FB stories, I have no one to share my day with. What am I supposed to do? Talk to my family like a goddamn animal? I miss the anonymous validation. I really do. But hey, if you want to keep working for free by providing the socials with content, your content at no charge, good on ya. On a similar note, so I want to ban phones at our dinner table. Carolyn Lennox and I were hanging out, eating a meal. We got into a passionate disagreement about phones at the dinner table. Well, it was more like 2 versus 1. We sat down for supper and we said, Len, put your phone down because you're with us. You were staring at your mobile for 24 hours before this, and you'll go back to staring at it right after for another 24 hours straight. But gift us these 10 minutes of your presence. He shot back, I'm with you guys all the time. Not communicating, I retorted. At the end of our meal, Len goes right back to his phone and I ask him, are there any new memes or trends? What did you miss? He replied, why do you say that? Because I want you to be aware it's all entertainment. It doesn't matter. It's all ephemeral, I say, gesturing to his telephone. It's fleeting. What matters is me, you, and mommy, and our connection. He replied, end of discussion. I was like, holy shit. I was taken aback. Would you say that to your teacher or boss? I could have flipped TF out, but I didn't. So later I talked to Carolyn about a wider ballot measure, a referendum, an initiative. No phones while you're eating. She said, Lolo, that'd be hard to enforce. And I said, no, it wouldn't. They'll do it while we're here, and when we're not here, they'll go back to staring at their phones, but lie to us about it. And lying to your parents is just a rite of passage. I'm not afraid to be alone with my thoughts. When I'm eating, I do not stare at my telephone. I zone out. I stare at the wall, or I stare at Frankie, or I just stare off into the wild blue yonder. Early mornings, 2 a.m., I'm by myself. I just stare out the window, man. Sometimes while I'm eating, I'll put on some music on our Google Nest Home mini thingy. But again, it's not visual. It's a laid back media experience versus a lean in one. And I hope you're not afraid to be alone with your own thoughts. Either, okay, I think I'm done. Take care. Brush your hair. Peace out. I'm Audi 5000 G Money. Gotta go late. See ya. Finn. If I was paging you in 1997, I'd be pressing on my dial pad 143-823-637. I'm making a heart with my hands like Patrick Swayze in Dirty Dancing. And it's beating. Go, go. Go, go. Go, go.